Hey there, this is Italian Cooking with Giuseppe and Clay Dovis, my cameraman. Alright, today is Italian tomato sauce for a good spaghetti dinner. So we'll always start with tomatoes, of course. Onion, we'll fry an onion. We have 3 garlic cloves, we have herbs, basil, and flat leaf parsley. I only like to use fresh ingredients from the garden. So sometimes I use carrot, sometimes I use a squash, and of course everything that you see here is from our garden. Olive oil is indispensable for the frying process. And of course, to flavor with some salt and pepper, and that's how we start. Okay, let's start cooking. Now, I like to call my cooking natural wisdom cooking with Giuseppe and Clay, my cameraman. Okay, we always start by frying onion for the tomato sauce for the spaghetti dinner. Let's get the oil ready. Just coat the pan with just a little bit of oil of the bottom of the pan. And then we add the chopped onion. As you can see, I already chopped these in advance, but the chopping is easy. You just slice them sideways, then slice them from the top down a few times. Okay, and then keep on dicing them. Dice small pieces. Get everything in the pan. As you can see, I started with a nice sized onion here. Okay, let it fry gently for a few minutes. Okay, in the meantime, we'll prepare some garlic. Chopped garlic, real fine. Let's start with the garlic clove. Just get the skin off. Okay, and keep chopping. Keep your knife real sharp, but when you are chopping, keep your finger away from the blade, of course. Just use your knuckles to guide the blade across. Okay, that's good. Cut. Okay, let's continue with the process. Here is the garlic. After a few minutes, the onions have started to fry. We add the garlic. It's important not to add the garlic too early because we don't want to burn the garlic. It will not taste good. Okay. At this point, we'll add either we can start with the tomato or the zucchini squash. Zucchini squash, what I did is to cut it and then take the seeds out. You can leave the seeds on, but I like to take them out so I don't add too much moisture into the sauce. Get the seeds out with a paring knife. Get the seeds out. And start to chop fine. Again, keep your fingers away from the blade. Chop them a little bit more this way. And add them to the frying pan. Let everything cook a few more minutes to reduce some of the moisture that is probably in excess moisture with the zucchini squash. Okay, let's continue with the process of making the best pasta sauce. Roma tomato, let's have a good quantity of them, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, it's up to you to make it nice and thick. Now we slice this, chop them up, okay, and add them to the sauce. Okay. As you can see, it smells good, sounds good, and it will taste good. Okay, at this point you can start putting all the seasoned salt and pepper mixture. Okay, a good sprinkle of salt and pepper mixture at this point. Let's let them reduce. The tomato has a lot of moisture, a lot of water in it, and so we want to let it reduce so it will make a nice thick tomato paste with a lot more flavor that way. So let's continue. Now the sauce is getting reduced quite well. As you can see, it's getting thick. And at this point, okay, we will have to use a little wine. Wine is important for a good Italian sauce. And I don't measure it. Just put a nice little, maybe a shot of wine, red wine. I like to use. I'm partial, of course, of Italian wine called Cetto d'Alba, near the town where I grew up. And of course, wine is also good for the cook. Salute. We will use the same wine, this is good wine, first table wine, when we are finished with the whole product to accompany our pasta. So always use the best wine when you are cooking. Stay away from cooking wine, which is usually not very good. Always use the same wine that you are going to be using at the table. So, turn the heater all into medium at this point. You don't want to burn anything. And it's almost finished. At this point, we can use a red jalapeno pepper. They are all the jalapeno pepper that everybody knows are green, but if you leave them long enough on the vine, it will turn red. And I like them red. They have more sugar in it. Cut them in half. So you can use half of one if you want medium heat on your pasta. You can use a quarter, or you can use the whole one. So let's start with half, and then we'll get a taste. Chop it fine. Chop it again on the other side. Okay. Chop it as fine as you can. So we'll release all that heat to your pasta. As you could see, I took the seeds out because the seeds are sometimes too hot. Okay, add it to the pasta, and now we are really toward the end of the whole process here. What I'm going to do is put, at the very end, we'll use the parsley and the basil. Chop it really fine. Chop it as fine as you can. I have a special tool for that called mezzaluna. It's the Italian chopping knife. As you can see, it looks like a half moon, mezzaluna. And it makes it the job really easy to cut it really fine. You can keep it medium coarse, you can keep it very fine, it's up to you. But I like it fine, it will release more taste to the sauce. And it doesn't get stuck in your teeth. Okay, 1, 2, 3, as you can see, it's all done. Finish, all right. Now, as you can see, this is done. Turn the heat off completely and add, we don't want to cook the herbs. The herbs are just for the flavor. So if you cook it, you lose some of the flavor and some of the vitamins and all the good stuff. Mix it in. And the vegetable tomato sauce is done. Let's give it a try. Should be hot, should be salty, should be spicy, should be perfect. Very good. You follow this recipe, you will live at least 100 year old, okay? Good luck and buon appetito.